Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is May 21st, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and you come back for more. I don't want to take too much of your time up, folks. I got some windows opened up. Let's do some reseller news. Okay, for those who are new to my channel, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URL where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. Our first story is going to be from eSeller Cafe. So the URL is www.esellercafe.com. And before I get started, I always like to remind people to please go directly to the websites, for the simple reason is they may have active hyperlinks, and you're going to need to go to their website to activate those active hyperlinks. So please keep that in mind prior to going to these websites. Okay, so let's begin here. This story came out May 20th, 2020. It says eBay protects seller performance standards until July. Now, if you're a top-rated seller like myself, also a power seller, which doesn't really do too much for me, but it does help. I'm very proud that eBay recognized me as a top-rated seller and also a power seller as well. But it goes on to say here, let's read a little into it. It goes on to say eBay announced it's protecting sellers until July for adverse impacts due to the coronavirus crisis that may require sellers to ship items late or cancel orders. Now, I'll be honest with you, since this pandemic thing has taken place, I personally was still able to get my items sold, sold. Well, that too, to some point. I was able to get my items shipped out within 1 day service. Now, I'm not a high volume seller, by the way, just to let you guys know. I work pretty much solo. So for me, if I get like a 1 to 2 or 3 orders a day or whatever, which I wish I don't, but if I did, it wouldn't be no problem, even though I work by myself. For the most part, if you're a high volume seller and you and a couple of people to help you out, then you may have a problem with the timetable. For me right now, because I'm a small time seller, I am able to get the items out within 1 business day. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that pretty much would affect the people who are high volume sellers, and well, let's face it, there's only 8 hours in a day. But if you're doing this as your own business, anybody will tell you, especially a successful entrepreneur, there's really no set hours when it comes to doing this type of business, because you could work for 8 hours up to 13 or 14 or 15 hours, maybe in 16-hour days, depending how much stuff you got going out. I would only be too happy to work those hours, but because it's been kind of slow for me. But for the most part, yeah, it seems like there are people that may have a situation where they can't get the items out on time. Now, I can only do things up till 5 o'clock is when the post office closes over here in my area, in my state, in my town. So for me, if I get an order in at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, depending if I have to make custom boxes like that, I might not meet that time stamp, so to speak, to get it out. But remember one thing, folks, there are drop boxes at the postal service. So depending on the size of the item that you're shipping out, you could just drop it off at the lockbox, drop-off box, not lockbox, drop-off box. They have them in the post offices. So that's another way to get it out anyway. There may not be anybody there to scan it in, but hopefully first thing in the morning, they'll be able to take care of it for you. So you should be good with that there. That's what I do. If there's an order that comes in, I want to get it out. I will, if it's like after hours, I will, process the order as usual. There's no sense in waiting for tomorrow, because some people may say, well, it's not going to go out to tomorrow, so why bother processing it today, packaging up. I do it that same day. If I get an order and it comes in late in the afternoon, I will package it, and drop it off at the post office, drop it off in the drop box. If it's small enough to fit in there now, mind you, you can't put giant box in there. They have the box is only so big, and could only handle so many packages. To be honest with you, I had a situation where I had done that, and not drop a big package off, but I went there to drop a package off, and the lockbox and I keep saying lockbox, the drop box was filled up, so I had to go back the next morning and to drop it off first thing in the morning. So that on occasion that will happen. So keep that in mind. So let's read a little more. Oops, oh, it was a shock there. Yeah, a little thing. Yeah. Let's read a little more. It says seller accounts will be protected from being downgraded from March 20th seller performance standard evaluation through July 19th. Okay. For example, if a seller was a top-rated seller on February 20th and the seller's performance over the next valuation period would have moved the seller down to above standard, the seller will now automatically retain top-rated status. You know, to me, I find it very important for me, and being on eBay for over 20 years, to me, it's very essential and very important that I do keep a top-rated seller status, and I do go the whole 9 yards for my buyers. I will try to give you the best price whenever possible. Within reason, of course. I do accept a lot of best offers on all my listings, and you guys are number one. Well, for the buyers out there on the eBay, potential eBay buyers, you guys are number one. So I will work with you in any which way I can to give you a good deal. But for the most part, it's always good to keep that in mind as far as you want to become, especially if you're a top-rated seller. You want to maintain that status because it looks good, and it helps you out too with the buyer confidence when they see that, because they know pretty much top-rated sellers, they want to keep that status. They want to. I know I do, and like I said again, I will bend over backwards to help my buyers out. So just keep that in mind if you ever do shop from me, okay? Which I hope you guys will check me out if you get if you get the time. All right. Without expanding too much on this topic here, let's move to the next window. Okay, these next 4 windows are going to be from e-commerce bites. So let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebites.com. Story came out May 20th, 2020. eBay shakes up board of directors as chairman to depart in June. It goes on to say, longtime member of eBay's board of directors, Thomas Tierney, is stepping down at the end of June. Tierney joined the board in 2003 and became chairman when eBay split with PayPal in 2015 due to the pressure from activist investor called Icon. Longtime director Fred Anderson is also retiring from eBay board and expects to recruit at least one additional independent director in coming months. The shakeup comes 8 months after the abrupt departure of CEO Devin Wenig last September and 16 months after activist investor began pressuring eBay to break up the company. eBay has since sold StubHub and are reportedly shopping around its classifieds business unit. And read a little more into it. It says eBay's board revealed that the changes in its letters to the shareholders in a proxy report on Wednesday and wrote, as a result of thoughtful succession planning, compensation committee chair Paul Pressler will assume the role of the chair of the board. Okay. Now you guys can read a little more into this. I know there's a little more to read in here, but I don't want to get too much. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you guys are busy. I always recommend, like I said earlier, when you come to these sites, please go directly to them. I do not have any affiliate links with them, by the way, just to let you guys know. So when I tell you to go to these sites, I don't want you to get the wrong impression thinking, oh, this guy's going to get a little kickback every time he tells us to go to. No, absolutely not, folks. If I did have any affiliate links with these websites, I would share it with you and tell you, if you guys go there, I get a little something, a little kickback, and I don't. That's gospel truth. I don't do that. I just love sharing information with you guys. The only affiliation I have is when I get Google alerts from these companies or direct from the companies. I like to share them with you guys. That's the whole premise, behind my YouTube channel, folks, is to share information with you guys, to help inspire and share. And when I get some information, like I said, I get Google alerts on all the companies, pretty much all the e-commerce companies like Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, and stuff like that. But I basically like to focus in on eBay stories, related stories. For the simple reason is, I figure a lot of people coming here are into eBay, or they're selling on eBay, or think about selling on eBay, and therefore I want to share this information with you guys. So to me, I like to try to stick with it as much as I can with the eBay related stories. Okay, so and the other thing I want to say is, when you come to this site here, always check if you get a chance, check the comments and see what other people are saying, because like I said, the comments that are left are by buyers and sellers just like you and I. So you may want to check them out. They have pretty good, interesting comments left there. If for those of you follow me, you'll know what I'm talking about if you get a chance to check them out. I'm not going to expand too much on that topic, though. All right, let's move to the next window. Okay, this one over here came out May 20th, 2020. eBay changes the rules what's this? eBay changes rules for earning top-rated discounts. Uh-oh. I didn't get a chance to read all these things, folks. I pretty much was just picking them out and boom, boom, putting them up there for you. All right, so it goes, eBay confused sellers recently with a notice about changes to the way it evaluates seller performance. What's new in a nutshell follows. The consequence of your monthly seller performance evaluation currently applies to listings from the same month. From July 2020, they will apply to listings in the following month, and we will begin transition to the new timelines on June 20th evaluation. It goes on to say here, but the pages where it describes the changes also notes evaluation rules, earning top rated plus badge, and discounts will also be changing in July. Ooh, okay. Normally, sellers would weigh in on how these changes will impact them, but either they believe it won't have an impact or they are unaware of how the changes will impact them. We checked today's weekly chat session, and no one has raised the issue. No one raised the issue. Okay, so it goes on to say here, one of the questions we've seen arise is why eBay is making the changes, and why, and we do have a theory about that. Now again, here's an active hyperlink. If we click it on, it's going to take us to the fee structure. So, I normally don't do this. I usually tell you guys to do it, but being I don't have that many windows open up, I'll click it on right now, and let's see where it takes us. Okay. This story came out May 7th, 2020. It says new eBay fees will include commission and sales tax. All right, so again, that's what I was trying to tell you. When you click up, when you see those active hyperlinks, you need to do it. But I'm doing this here because I guess, I want to show you what it's all about when you click on the, the active hyperlink. I'll read a little into it. It says that eBay is revamping its fee structure, taking a radically different approach. Instead of paying final value fee, / parentheses commission, on the price plus shipping and payment processing fee of the total transaction amount, including sales tax. Sellers will pay a single percentage fee on the total transaction amount. Okay? In other words, eBay is combining its commission fee and the payment processing fees into one percentage based on product category. All right? You probably wonder what that means, so let's read a little more into it. It says that means sellers will pay a commission on sales tax that eBay must collect on behalf of the states that it charge it. The changes will impact the sellers enrolled in managed payments, which will include many more sellers by the end of July. I was talking to somebody before this, before the pandemic came into play, where you can contact, call up eBay and talk to them and so on and so forth, right? But now you got to do everything through email. And anyway, I was reading a lot about this here, about the managed payment service, and I'm not really crazy about it. But I did ask the eBay teammate that was there, I said, will we still be able to keep PayPal? Because I really do love PayPal, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to, put down the managed payment service because I don't use it. And I said this before in my other videos. If you guys out there, or somebody is using it right now, if you opted in, could you, maybe let us know what you think about it? I'm just curious to see, what response, how you feel about it. Are you getting, good vibes from it? Is it working for you? Do you find any problems with it? Because I'd like to know. I've been, like I said again, I've been with PayPal for a long, long time, many, many years, and never had a problem with them. They always work for me. But this here, I don't know if it's going to be mandatory, where we're all going to have to opt into it. I didn't opt into it. I want to keep PayPal as long as I can, and I'm hoping they'll keep PayPal as an option for other people, another source of payment service outside of this eBay's managed payments. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it. My saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So we'll see if that works. I'm not going to expand too much on this topic, folks, but if you get a chance, and you want to read more into it, you could click the active hyperlink. There's quite a bit more to read in here, so I'm not going to get too much more into this topic here. All right, so I'm going to bump out this window, and it's going to take us back to the other one. Okay, and this is what I was talking about, folks. You see what I'm saying? With the e-commerce, it's always like a bluish purple active hyperlink, and that's what I'm saying. When you click that on, it'll take you to that website, which is theirs, the e-commerce website, and you could read more into that top. That's why I tell you guys to do that there. That's why I tell you to go, directly to the website. All right, I'm not going to get too much in this topic here. All right, let me just see one thing over here. It says over here, the changes eBay is making to the seller evaluation TRS plus Tommy may help calculate and disperse disbursements owed to sellers. eBay set up a page on its website to explain the two changes: seller performance evaluation in June versus July 20th, changes on to the eBay Top Rates Plus badge valuation, and one of the frequent asked questions, FAQs, on the page is puzzling, okay? And then it goes on here, can I opt out of the automatic acceptance? No. Wow. Let me see some here. We want to ensure that the payment process goes smoothly and quickly as possible for everyone. Now, like I said, I called them up, and well, that's what I was trying to tell you before I got sidetracked. When I called up the eBay teammate and I asked if I can keep it, he said, most likely for now, back then, you were talking months ago, that he said, yes, you can still keep PayPal to accept your payments, but again, I don't know. I thought it was going to be a mandatory thing, and I don't know if they're going to grandfather us in to this new payment service. So we'll just have to wait and see, folks. We'll see what happens. So let's take it one day at a time. Let's not get too too antsy about it. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move to the next window here. This story here came out May 20, 2020. Did entrepreneurship better prepare you for the COVID crisis? Okay. Did it prepare as an entrepreneur? Well, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, an entrepreneur usually goes with the flow, right? I mean, you're going to take those punches right here and there, and it wouldn't be if it was that easy. If it wasn't, you're going to start a business where you're going to have ups and downs and stuff like that. There, what can I tell you? These are things we got to deal with. So let's read a little more into this here. It says there was little to prepare most of us for the coronavirus disease unleashed this year. Some people were more fortunate than others, health-wise, economically, but it seemed everyone was touched by the pandemic one way or the other. Well, I gotta say one thing, in my own personal experiences, since this did come out, but then again, I have to honestly say, folks, I was gonna say my sales have been slow, but if you watch my other videos that date back months ago, eBay's always been kind of slow for me, to be honest with you. Now, I've been on other sellers' YouTube channels, and they will sit there and tell you all the things that they're selling, and they're doing really good and stuff like that. Even to the present, they're making sales on a daily basis. So, I don't know. I really, to be honest with you, as far as preparedness, I'm always prepared for whatever comes my way. But when it comes to things of this nature, it's really hard to justify, what can we do, really? When a thing like this hits, a lot of people kind of shy away from it. Let's put it this way, if you're a person that's very tight on money, let's say you want to get that new digital camera, or you're looking for the new iPhone that came out. Even with the stimulus check that we got for $1,200, are you really going to take that money and blow it on a fancy camera or the iPhone 11 Pro, 11, whatever? It's very tempting, but I always like to put money away for a rainy day, so to speak. So to me, a guy like especially being a conservative spender, I would tend to hold back on that. And I think this is my personal take, folks. So take it for what you want. But I think honestly, when this came into play with this COVID thing here, I think that really kind of put a dampener on sales for me anyway. Again, I'm speaking on my own behalf. I am making small sales, like maybe one sale a day, not a day, but every couple of days or maybe every week or whatever. But it's not been really great, but again, it probably is because of this here that's making, for me, a lot slower than it was. But if you look at my videos in the past, I usually throw that out there, and how my sales were doing, and I would tell people my sales flatlined, but for the most part, it's been kind of like an uphill battle trying to get sales. So I have to honestly say this did put a dampener on things, to some point. But then again, my sales were always on the slow end anyway, But you know, being on eBay for over 20 years, I'm a diehard. I'm going to still keep doing what I'm doing. Matter of fact, I got some little, you know, I got some more little items to list. Nothing big, nothing really much, but you know, I'm going to put these things out there. You know, you'll see them up there if you go to my my eBay listings. You'll see the new listings come up. You know, I'm going to put them out there. I'm going to keep, you know, I'm going to keep this active to the best of my ability. And I do have people watching my stuff, so. I don't know if they're just watching just to see if my items sell. I was always told that people watching is your competition. You know, there may be a yes and a no thing with that. I don't know, but I have to say one thing for the people who do watch or are watching. That, you know, I hope they are potential buyers, and I will. You know, I do hope they buy soon, because the end of the month is coming quick, as you all know. You know, we're all in that same boat. All right, let's move to the next window. Well, anyway, in regards to this here, if you are thinking about starting an eBay, don't let this deter you, folks. You know, yes, it is a crisis, and you know, it is. You know, I guess it's some people. It seems scary to, you know, jump in, but you know, to get involved with the business. But don't give up on your dreams, folks. You know, I'm a diehard person like that when it comes to these things, and I'm not throwing the towel in, and I don't think you guys should either. So just hang in there, and let's see what happens. You know, let's see what happens. Let's not let's not let the war. What was that saying there? The war was lost before it was even fought, or something like that. So let's see what happens. All right. Let's move right along, folks. Okay. Here's one that came out May 19, 2020. Is eBay banning bullion and autos at the end of the year? Wow. Now, again, if I seem a little surprised, it's because I didn't get a chance to read all these yet. But let's read a little. And for those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the co-founder and the editor of the e-commerce Bites. Okay, just want to throw that out there. So people that usually write into Ina are either sellers or buyers, just like you and I. And we'll see what this is all about. It says, Dear Ina, is it true that eBay is eliminating sales of bullion coins, wine, motor vehicles, and adult items at the end of the year? If you have to use managed payments to do business on eBay and you can't use them with these kinds of items, then it seems that no one will be able to sell them. Gerald. Okay. It goes on here, note from the editor. In absence of information coming from eBay and managed payments, sellers continue to ask questions and raise concerns. Note, we address the issue of the excluded categories in this important post. Again, I'm going to do this here, like I said, you know, just to share it with you guys, but this is an active hyperlink. Let's check it out. All right. Here we go. This one came out May 13, 2020. It says eBay Scrambles to get payments ready by July. All right. Now, here's also a video over here from Donnie. He is with the the Auction Professor. He's good. If you never checked him out, check him out. He's good. I listen to him. I think I subscribe to him as well, if I'm not mistaken. But he puts out some good information. But anyway, let's read a little. It says eBay Scrambles to get managed payments ready for prime time before it scales the program in mid-July. And some sellers are panicking because of the lack of some key information that will impact their sales, namely category exclusions and fees. Now, you could play this video. I'm not going to play it. All right, it'll hyperlink you to Donnie's channel. Or it might even play right within this window. You could check it out. Okay, another active hyperlink within here. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And here's another one over here, another video. Okay, you might want to definitely check these out. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave this window open because I want to read some. I want to hear some other stuff. I listened to Donnie's video, but I don't know if I did this one here at the town hall. Yeah, you might want to check these out, guys. All right, if you get a chance, check it out. I'm going to leave this window open up, and this is the story you're looking for. It came out May 13, 2020. Okay, definitely check it out. I'm going to leave that window open up. However, I'm going to close this one out. But remember, I was telling you, here's the active hyperlinks, and then again, you can read some of the comments as well. I always recommend you guys check out the comments. Because you know what it is, folks. The people that leave in the comments on there, they may bring things to your attention that you weren't aware of. It always works for me. I always see things like, oh, I didn't know about that type of thing, you know. So I always encourage people to read the comments as well. All right. And you could also sign up for e-commerce bites too if you want. Right over here, so my mouse cursor is. You could sign up, okay, for free. But if you don't want to, I will share the information with you guys. And if they ask how you heard, you could tell them I went to Richard J. Pasini's website, and he was doing a reseller news, and he had it on here, and he referred us to it. I don't get anything for it, folks. Just to let you know. If they ask, it's if they do. I don't think they will, but if they do, just pass that on. I would appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to bump out this one here. I'm going to leave that window open here because I want to come back to that one. Okay, this next window here is from Yahoo Finance, right? So it's, well, they got it backwards here. So it's www.finance.yahoo.com, and the story you're looking at is how to make money on eBay. This story came out May 19, 2020. Ooh, they got quite a bit of hyperlinks in here. Okay, let's read a little. It says eBay is an e-commerce website that allows anyone to sell new and used items on their own terms under eBay's policies. The platform has 182 million global shoppers and takes 10% of the seller's final value price once the item sells. It says the seven largest e-commerce companies in the world. I'm going to have to keep this one though because I want to check this one out and get a chance to check it out. It's telling you over here basically for those who are new, if you are new to selling on eBay or think about selling on eBay, this may pertain to you guys. You may want to check this out. Okay, let's just read the highlights. It says create an account. The first step to selling to eBay is create an account here. You can sign up. You can use your Facebook and Google or Apple accounts. Select the product for selling. And then they got some other information over here. Another hyperlink. How Meg Whitman turned eBay into a multi-billion-dollar company. All right, so you can click that on to that story as well. But anyway, let's put this over here on the side for now. It says select. I'm just going to read highlights. Select the product for selling. Number 3 is list the product. Number 4, set up a payment information. Number 5, ship your item. And here's another one: stolen packages numbers spike and coronavirus. Okay. Here's number 6, get paid, and then you got the related ones. That's what I said. This one's got a lot of hyperlinks in it as well. Okay, well, to me it does anyway. All right, you might want to check this out. I'm going to leave this window because I want to come back to here and look at some stuff here for myself. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated so when I post on videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is May 21st, 2020. I just want to say thank you again to all the new subscribers. If you are visiting for the first time, I hope you get a takeaway from my videos. I do these videos pretty much on a daily basis, or at least try to do on a daily basis. I've been kind of busy lately doing a lot of other personal things that I take care of. But I do, for the most part, try to put videos out on a daily basis. And I want to share information with you guys. And the whole premise behind this YouTube channel is to help inspire and share. I like to put out information that you can get a takeaway from it. That's an important key point for me, that you do get a takeaway from it. I don't want to, if you come into a YouTube channel and you really can't get nothing out of it, but just a waste of your time, it's not worth it to me, and I'm sure it ain't worth it to you. So I definitely want to, share this information with you guys. And if you are a seller or you think about selling on eBay or whatever platform, I always say proceed with caution when it comes to getting involved with any of these websites, for the simple reason, well, I should say selling platforms. A lot of people have great expectations. I do too. Okay, and I have to be honest with you. Like I said again, I've been on eBay for over 20 years. It's been a bumpy road. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but for the most part, I do love selling on eBay, and I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. So if you get a chance. If you haven't checked my other videos out, please do. And if you like any of them, you want to give them a thumbs up, that'd be great. I really do appreciate it. I'm hoping to grow this channel, and I'm doing the best I can with with the videos. And if you guys want me to talk about or discuss other things outside of the e-commerce news, please let me know. I'll touch on those topics that of interest to you. I'm thinking of doing a podcast for you guys out there. If you don't know, there's a company that's called Anchor. I don't know if you heard of them. I think it's anchor.com, and they supposedly offer free podcast where you could do podcasting for free. So I'm thinking of checking into it. I already registered with them. It's just a matter of me actually doing the podcast. With the podcast, I'm probably not going to, talk too much about it. I'm not going to keep them going on. Like some people have podcasts that can go on for an hour or half hour, whatever. I was on one podcast where the person only kept it like 10, 15 minutes long. I'm new to it. I never went live on eBay. I never went live on YouTube. I went live on my Facebook group, the eBay Top Rate Sellers group. And, I like to share information with people and stuff. But I never did it with my YouTube channel. I don't know why. I'm a little apprehensive. I don't know if there would be people who would actually follow me or, come to my thing there. I never did that. I never really ventured into that part of it yet. I'm going to see what happens, though. I'm going to see what happens. I'm still, learning the ropes with this here, with my YouTube channel, and I want to see it grow. I do have other YouTube channels. I also have the Shop RJ Pasini for Great Deals channel, and I have a couple other ones there. Actually, I think I got four other channels, if I'm not mistaken. But two are pretty much dormant. I don't really do much with it. But the Shop RJ Pasini for Great Deals, I usually put demo videos on there, sneak peek videos and intro videos. So if you guys ever check them out on that one there too, just type in Shop RJ Pasini for Great Deals and you'll see the videos. They're basically demo videos, folks. I don't want to put them all on this one here because I try to keep this one segregated from that one separate in a sense, because that one basically is going to have more demo videos and sneak peek videos and intro videos. Even though that's what brought me into creating a YouTube channel, I want to keep that separate. I don't want to keep it all tied in, because you guys are coming to this channel for the simple reason is you want to get something out of it. And that's the whole premise behind this, like I said again. So if you want me to talk about different topics outside of e-commerce related stories and stuff like that, please let me know. Just drop it in the comment below. If you have any questions for me, please leave a comment below. I do respond to comments as long as they're nice, for the most part. But I really, I'm really grateful that you guys will take time out of your busy day to check out my videos. So I hope you like them, and I hope you get a takeaway from them. All right. But anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to let you go. If you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seasoned seller, as I like to call it, I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Until next time, bye-bye for now.